Okay, good evening. Welcome to a one take. It's a work day. I've been filming a lot today, but with the T5i. So, car's back. Picked that up today. Firstly though, Ken met up with Joe earlier today. They had lunch and then they came over here for a little bit to see the exhaust, which also arrived today. So we hung out with them, took a little walk around the block. It was nice out. It was beautiful out today. It was like 84. Then I got the call about the car. Went and picked that up. She's back. Spent a lot of time installing the mirrors today. He got those painted pretty well, so it's installed. Look at that perfect body. Seems to be a really good match. Perhaps a little darker. The rest of the paint's faded, so you know it's a little bit more metallic, a little darker, but you'd never see it since it's a different piece and it's plastic, so it looks different even with the same paint. Replaced that one. I had to pull the door panel. Did the DIY for E39 source. I did that one on camera. Did this one off camera. Had to spend about 90 minutes troubleshooting though. When I got both new ones installed and hooked it up, the control module for it is actually the window switch. So that driver's main window switch. So that kind of explains why this piece right here is so expensive. So I plugged it in, pushed the button. This one stayed stationary, didn't do anything, and that one folded up. So I'm thinking, great, motor doesn't work. Pressed it again. This one folds up, that one folds back down. So then you've got them out of sync. One comes up, one goes down. So went online, did some research. Everybody says, well, just force it down. So when this one went up, I forced it down to this position. The BMW techs do that too, so it doesn't hurt any motors or anything. Hit the button, then it started going back the other way, and then it stopped and clicked. And I could not get them to fold together. I tried disconnecting the battery, reseating the plugs, unplugging one, unplugging that one, and hitting that one so it would fold the other way. I could not get it to go. The battery in this camera is about to die, so we're going to be switching to the T5 in a minute. So finally, I took the old mirror apart, which is inside. I'll go show you that. Took the old one apart, and not the mirror part, but the wiring harness part. Took off the little arm thing on it that snaps it into place and looked at the pin out. It's a 2x8, so there's 8 pins in there, and I noticed that it was different than the new one. So this is the old one. I had it folded up. That's why I replaced it. Look at that, gnarly. So I pulled the connector off, and the blue and the white one on this one, the blue one was first and then the white one. On the new one, the white one was first and then the blue one. So I got my tiny ass little screwdrivers out, switched the pins on the new one, and then it worked. So it came from the factory, from BMW, from ECS Tuning, with an incorrect wiring setup. So I got that fixed, and now they both do work. They fold maybe a little faster. They still make the same noise, so I guess the motors, you know, my original motors had held up really well. So if I press the button, watch it not work now. That one folded up, and so did that one. And then they both fold down beautifully. So very content with that. I'll have that DIY up in a few days. All right, now on to, I guess I'll show you the bodywork first. So this rocker panel was the worst part on the car. Let's get a light. And oh, it's a little dirty enough from driving it, but it's pretty much perfect. He couldn't get that to seat up all the way. I don't know why. I guess he had to customize the holes, but that's good enough for me. And then this door, the seam had opened up. This is kind of awkward. And that's all been rebuilt. Beautiful new weld all the way down, and a new piece of weather stripping. So 0 rust on this side of the car. Then the 2 door jambs over here also had a tiny bit of rust in them, and I guess he just drilled those out and welded in new material, because now it is perfect. That's just dirt and reflection there. Yeah, so no more rust. And then back here, that part of the fender had rust, and he just rebuilt this whole edge, and the paint match appears to be as good as it gets. So very content, nice new body. I'm going to switch to T5 now, and I'll tell you about what I've been doing with the PDC. All right, so I plugged in the thing I had to solder the pins together on, the adapter under the hood, fired up Windows and a VM, and opened INPA, INPA, whatever the hell that stands for. My first test, I did not hook up the cable from the front sensors, and I did not hook up the new module, so it was simply the stock system. And it read a bunch of fault memories of just sensors not being present, probably from me screwing around with it and having the bumper off for, you know, the last week. It did say that the front switch, not present, so it was not seeing the front switch, and it said it's active PDC. It had the supplier of the module was Vallejo, I think. So I shut all that down, disconnected it. Then I ran the wire just back outside the car, plugged it into the new module in the back, and fired it up. And then I hit read status. That's the new module there that will hopefully be installed and wired tomorrow at Lyric. But then I read the new module, and it showed all 8 sensors. It did show that 4 sensors were present, and they're all clicking. It said PDC switch still not present, but it did read all 8 sensors. So I guess that's good, that the module can see 8 sensors. It's just not recognizing the switch, and that's probably why it's deactivating the system. So hopefully Lyric can figure out what wiring modifications, if it's a fuse or if it's a tiny little wire that they're going to need to run back and pin into the harness or something like that, tap into the harness. I don't know. That's where they're going to come in. So at least the sensors and module appear to be functional. So that's the status with that. Now, more car news. What do we have here? This is the box of exhaust hardware that will hopefully, again, be installed tomorrow. So there's all the brackets and bolts and nuts and washers. And there is Eisenman Sport 4x76 millimeters. Really shiny. Still pretty heavy. It's like half the weight of the stock system, but it's really high quality. You can just get the feeling of it. Really well built. 3-inch tips as opposed to 2.5. So I keep saying this, but hopefully all of this goes well tomorrow, and we'll be able to get that installed. They're all ready to be transported over there tomorrow. Now it is supposed to rain, but since the car's been in the body shop for a week, there was ridiculous overspray on the front. I'd feel the paint, and it just felt like sandpaper. So I actually clayed the front fender. It still isn't right. It needs more clay and wax, but it will come off. It's just going to take a lot of work. Front bumper was the same too. It's like the whole front of the car was just ridiculously oversprayed. It feels okay now. Shouldn't be doing that. It isn't that clean. But you know, when I get it back from all this work, it's going to get its full clay, full Zano, full 30 hours of paint work. But yeah, that's where we stand. So I'm going to go over there tomorrow. If it rains, whatever, it's dirty. Hopefully they don't need it more than a day. You know, I can always bring it back another time if they need it more. I want it back here at the house now. But that's where we stand. So I'll keep you guys updated tomorrow with the exhaust, the PDC, and if they detect anything with the engine that should be done. While I had the software open, I read engine codes, and there's only one, and it doesn't trip the light. It's coolant temperature and plausibility 169. So I know I need a new thermostat anyways. It's in the basement. We'll be installing that later. All right, big car vlog from the garage. I can't turn this camera around. It's too heavy. I'll talk to you guys tomorrow. Good night.